6:30 in the morning every morning. Me and Captain Jones come out here and meet. Place used to be lined with mirrors all along the wall here, but the roof leaked so bad. Messed up all the mirrors and all. The boys on A shift, John Cornell and Bud and Street, Rat and them boys, redid the roof. Got us 2 AC units and all. Nice and cool in the summertime. Warm in the winter, fixed the bathroom and all over there. We used to have a shower right over there. Shower after we work out in the mornings. Took that out. A lot of memories. A lot of memories. The old truck 2, the old girl right there. Had that thing when we took the Navy over. That was part of the contract. Part of the contract had to have 4 personnel on that truck. Yes, sir. And on back this way right here. It's right there, that's where it leads into the boilers. See, it says that sign right there says danger, confined space, permit required. Yeah, me and Chief Judge laugh about that. We used to go down inside that hole there and shut the darn steam off to the station and all. We first moved in here, down the radiators upstairs in the bathroom. You'd have them off up there, but the steam was still rolling in. It'd be 115, 120 degrees in the bathroom upstairs. Now we're coming into old 245, old storage building. Yes, sir. There used to be a bunch of stuff in here back in the day now. Spare hose, old cascade system right here. This used to be where all the supplies were kept at. This was Chief Judge's baby right in here. All the supplies. I tell you what, when we first moved in here, we probably had 2 or 3 years of supplies just from the federal government. Cleaning supplies. Bunker gear used to be right here in the closet. Hose rack. That's our dryer. So we had to come and bust everybody's clothes. You wanted to use the dryer, somebody else's clothes was in there, you had to fold their clothes up before you could get the dryer. Either that or you had to wait till they come and got it. So here's the old paint booth. Painted a few things in here back in the day. Kind of hard to see, we don't got a light in here no more, but a couple of spray painted 2s on the wall in there. Yes, sir, yes, sir. There's the old dryer right there. Well, actually, it's not the old one. The first old one we had burn up. And it was Bradley Gant come running upstairs that day. 245's on fire, 245's on fire. Come back here, man, the sucker was rolling with smoke. Yeah, man. Used to sit out here, let Axe run around. Landry had a blast out here, man. I'm gonna tell you what, he used to run around and leave that door open there for the weight room, man. He'd come out here, man, and he'd have stuff pulled out from the weight room. Boy, I tell you the truth, it's a little difficult seeing this place empty like this, man. I tell you the truth. Yes, sir. Almost 2 years before we moved into this. I started in August of '97, putting the foundation and all down before they built this. Moved the trucks in here to the big bays. Truck 2 was originally supposed to run out of Leeds Avenue until they got this portion here built. But truck turned out to be too big for the station, so they ended up sending it to Station 3. And she ran as Truck 3 for almost 2 years. Till about February 1998 she come down here. And this right here is just a huge, huge, huge piece of history here. This was here long before we come down here. But this is a detailed wall-size map of the Navy base and the Naval Shipyard that the guys, somebody built and took a lot of time. But as you can see, some of these dots here in the old alarm room that I'll show you in a minute, they would get a fire alarm box would be pulled. They'd look the box number up on the wall in the alarm room. They'd flip the switch and it would light the light bulb up. Guys would come out here and see the light lit up. They'd know where the alarm box was that they'd go to. Yep, there's the pole. Spiral staircase, man, that's a piece of beauty right there. I tell you what, didn't take long for you to learn. You come down that first landing right there to make that first turn. It didn't take you long to figure out you got to duck, because you hit your head on that thing one time, it'll knock you straight down. This right here used to be the alarm room. You can see right here where the alarm panel used to sit, right here on the floor, and this was a separate office. This was the captain's office. On this side here they had it walled, closed off with a door. Here's the box I was telling you about, that they'd flip the switch and it would light up the alarm box. That used to read the pressure gauge for the water system out here on the base, for the sprinklers and all. And this here's the old alarm. Hangs out there on the front of the station. Yep. Used to trip them out when we'd hit that thing, crank it up and let it scream. Coming in the hallway here. This was the front part of Chief Judge's office when we first moved down here. We used to hold the interviews. Used to have a, I think it was a table probably bigger than this one right here, I do believe. I think it was kind of rectangular, not so much round, but we used to hold interviews for new hires right in here. So vault right here. Still got it locked up, but a lot of places to hide down here, man. This is the bathroom downstairs here. They had this sign right here. It was up here when we moved in. It says, "We aim to please. You aim to please." Yes, sir. We aim to please. We made those, but we never close. And this was Chief Judge's office right here. This was the Taj Mahal. And after he moved out and Chief Coker moved in and took it over, him and John Cornell and Ritz and them boys that took over the maintenance, Feinberg. Yeah, that's an old name right there for some fellas right there. Oh, Ed Dog. Ed Dog Withrock. Yes, sir. A lot of memories, fellas. A lot of memories. A lot of memories in this place right here. Unbelievable. Indeed, indeed. Ah, look at that, them old, yes sir, the old winches there. Sent them things off a time or two to get recertified. One a year. One a year. This was the front hallway as you come through the front door. This is, I don't quite remember where we had this map at when we first moved down here. But I think it might have been me and Tracy Steen. We took it just like it was right here and mounted it on this front wall here. But people who ring the front doorbell there, they'd get mad because it took us so long. Come downstairs from upstairs, we had to put a sign on the door that said, "Ring doorbell, please wait for firefighters to come down." This right here used to be the board where we had our personnel assignments for each one of the shifts. Everybody's name was put on the board right there. And then we come in here. This was the captain's office. And you know, we found a couple of these things. This desk right here and the little credenza beside it. Found these in some of the old buildings out here on the base when they finally stopped the security and opened up every one of the buildings. Security cut all the locks and every building out here on the base was opened up. And it was free plunder there, boys and girls. These were the maps when we took the district over. They realigned all the districts. Everybody's first, second run districts. Truck company responses. We had 3 truck companies in. 2, 5, and 6. This was originally Chief Baxley's office. Chief Michael Baxley, my daddy. A fine, fine man there. But when Chief Baxley moved up to the office, this became the battalion chief's office. Chief Teddy Smith and Chief Cliff Forner. This was their office for the longest time. That's a big old flag. I hope they don't forget that thing. It's a big old flag we've flown for funerals and all. Hang it from the ladder truck. Yep. Compliments of the United States government right there. My next door neighbor had several of these fans in their garage. We used to call it Smitty's Gym. Yeah, his older brothers worked out here on the base. You know, they had a couple of fans that they picked up from time to time. Brought them home with them. Yeah, coming on up the stairs here. Coming up to the second level here. I'm going to show you a little something here. See those holes in the wall? Used to be for the alarm system. It had a bell and all. It wasn't too long after we moved in, those bells disappeared. Everybody was stealing them. So we come up here. This is called, they've got the sign taken down now, but this is the T. Roy Millen. If you ever wanted to know, this is the famous squirrel's nest. This is where the firefighters, this originally was the battalion chief's bedroom. Teddy Smith and Cliff Forner had their bedroom originally in here. Their office was next, right across the hallway. But we ended up, those fellas ended up moving out, and we moved the firefighters down here. And this is where you started at. You come in, it didn't matter whether you was male or female. You started in the squirrel's nest. What goes on in the squirrel's nest stays in the squirrel's nest. The only way you can be in the squirrel's nest is that you had to stay in the squirrel's nest. And most of the time, officers weren't allowed in here. But it just so happens that, oh, probably about 2 months, 3 months in the summer of 2000, they redid the upstairs because of the lead and asbestos and all. And so we moved some beds downstairs into the front office that used to be Chief Judge's. Yeah, I didn't want to move down there. So I moved into the squirrel's nest. My bed was right there. Slept right here in the squirrel's nest with the firefighters. It's really how it should be. It's closets. Guys have their lockers and all in here. The military lockers right there, Bubba. There was, when we first come in here, you walked upstairs here where I'll show you in just a minute. There was probably 50 or 60 of these lockers. The little day room area that we got upstairs here, they had that area. It was flat, loaded with lockers. They had it squared off to where it was like another bedroom. Right up here. You'll see the hallway down there. On each side of that hallway, those lockers all the way down to the end. So here's the female shower, right here at the end of the hallway there. Bathroom. Oh, yeah, I know whose locker this one right here used to be. This is old Johnny Henderson's old locker. There you go, big dog. What you think about that? Pat McCrotch, orgasm donor. You know it, baby. You know it, baby. Ah, damn, what you know? They replaced the toilet in here. Yep. There's the shower. That was the female shower right there. See a little bit of that rot up there on the ceiling and all. Kind of a roachy looking place in here, but I tell you what, I wouldn't trade it for the world. Look at what we got right here. See there? We all need it. Make peace with the Lord. Glad to see somebody's reading it. Never know when we're going to meet our maker. This right here was originally the battalion chief's office. Like I said, when they moved downstairs, when Chief Baxley moved out, this became their bedroom, and we took their bedroom over and made it the squirrel's nest. And this right here is the arson investigation room. And this is where Chief Benjamin Norris, Benji Norris. That was his interrogation room. That was his office right there. And he just had a meeting area out here. Very nice setup here with these chairs and all. But as you can see, done some work along in here. It took a long time, even after they did the upstairs. This still had a lot of rot and damage from asbestos and lead paint and all, and they finally ended up coming through here and taking it out and redoing this in here. There's another one of the big maps right there. Gives you a whole list of all the buildings according to the grid and number. Had a book. We hung it downstairs. You had to go to the page and look up the building number. It'd tell you K30. You draw your line from K across the page underneath 30. Tell you where the building was. That's how we found it when we first got out here. Tell you what, this was like a damn maze out here. It was a city unto itself. Yep, this is upstairs. This is our place right here. Like I said, when we first come here, there were lockers all the way down this wall, all the way down this wall. Right here where this couch was, there were lockers right there. And they come around this way here, all the way down this way, all the way to this wall. And you come around, and that room straight ahead was their day room, believe it or not, because they had all these lockers right here, and they had a little opening here, and then from here on down to the wall where this window is now was more lockers. You come through this little opening, and they had a bunk. They used the lockers to make a bedroom in this area, believe it or not. But we moved all that stuff out and made this our day room. And this is the bathroom. Community shower, fellas. Better not be ashamed of what you got. If you are, you may be embarrassed. But then again, maybe you're not. Yep, there's the radiator. Like I said, we first moved in here April 1st, 1996. Steam was still coming to these radiators. We got a thermostat, thermometer, put it right up here. Come in and take a leak standing at this first urinal here that's out of service. And you could stand there and look at the darn temperature, 115, 120 degrees in here. It was unbearable. Yes, sir. Fan right here. No, she don't work no more. Don't work no more. Yes, sir. This right here, they better get these. Tell you what, these things right here come from the old Reynolds Avenue station. I don't know who made them, but they were there when I started in 1986, 30 years ago. So we brought them from the old station down here. And them little slick suckers from Meeting Street tried to steal one of them. Don't know who they think they are. We went down and stole them right back from them. So this is coming down the hallway. This was our supply closet. Pretty empty now though, but got our brooms, our vacuum cleaner. And down this way right here was the closet where the mop bucket and all stayed at. It was the closet we had spare dishes and boxes and filters. Navy moved out of here, left every single thing behind. Plates, glasses, silverware, you name it. Bedroom right here. Dadgum lights don't even work. Oh, it was trying to come on just then. Yeah. Fine fellow stayed in this room right here. Kenny Wright, Randy Crocker, McLizzy. This is the kitchen. Food cabinet. Shift refrigerators. Used to be a dishwasher over in the corner over there. Stove was originally over here by where the fire extinguisher's at. And believe it or not, the roof used to leak and water would run right down through the vent onto the stove when you were trying to cook. So they got us a new one and ended up moving it to right here. But I'll show you a little something. We had 2 resident pets. We had a coffee machine that sat right plugged into that plug right there. Those 2 little pets would hang out right up here. One of them was an albino roach. We named them Fred and Ethel. I don't remember which one was Ethel. I don't remember if it was the albino or not. 2 little roaches, they'd hang right there. You'd open the cabinets right here, and there'd be a pile of them just clustered right here up on the shelf. And that heat coming from the coffee pot and all. They loved to hang out right there. Ah, hell, we didn't mind them. They're part of the family. You sitting down eating, they're running up on the ceiling, all they drop down in your plate. They're just trying to get a little bite too. This was my first room when I moved in here. Stayed in this room here for just over 2 years. Chief Hughie was promoted to battalion chief. He was the station captain at the time. I was the junior captain on the other shift. But when he got promoted to battalion chief, I ended up moving up to his room. And what was so special about his room was it was dual air conditioning, because it had a vent coming from the squirrel's nest, and then you would get the air conditioning from up here. And it was always 5 or 10 degrees colder in this room than anywhere else in the station. And that's where my bed was, right there. But we used to call this the ice box. There's 2 of my old lockers. And they cut the top part of that off. That used to be my cabinet, my armoire. Bottom part right here used to have books and all, and it used to have a door that closed up on it. Top part of it was my TV, sat right in there. And I kept t-shirts and sheets and uniform pants. These were our lockers in here. Bookcase right there used to have our books on it, school books and all. North Charleston City Fire Department. Yeah, that was definitely a special place right there. Me and Trey Coker shared this room for a long, long time. We worked buddy shifts or work extra together, and spent many a night in this room right here talking to each other and telling a bunch of war stories. And I tell you another thing too, this old bunk right here, that's a piece of history right there. Somebody better get this thing and not let it go, because this bunk right here has been in this fire department for a very, very long time. There's only like 5 of these old hospital beds left, and they moved around from station to station, and thankfully I was able to get one of them when I retired. Like I said, this is the pole right here, boys and girls. It's the pole right here. When we initially moved in, the enclosure you see around there wasn't there. It was just open to the floor. And the guys at the Navy didn't use the pole. They had actually boards that covered that hole. And when we moved in, the office wouldn't let us use the pole. They were afraid somebody would fall down through the hole. So we had to keep the boards over the hole. But what they didn't know, when they got off at 5 o'clock, we took the boards up and we used the pole. And then we used to run the Coke machine here. And out of the money from the drink machine, we all chipped in, and John Cornell went and got the lumber. And boys built this right here, stained it. That one right there was a one off of the old truck 2 right there, and so they got it. It was left over, so they mounted it on here. Put it on here, and this is a design by Atlantic Signs. Captain Bud Green designed this after the Sofa Superstore fire to remember our 9 brothers who perished. Godspeed, brothers. We still love you and we won't ever forget you. Board right here, Captain Overstreet now, but Firefighter Overstreet at the time, drew a Maltese cross with a logo from Station 2 on there, and somebody somehow erased it. I wish I'd have known that, because I would have never allowed that to happen. This was from a 9/11 memorial. We were able to confiscate this and bring it down to show our respects for our brothers in New York, the 343 that lost their lives on 9/11. And this here goes down to the spiral staircase. Yes, sir. Put it on that on my way out. But and this right here, this is for you, Axe. This is for you too, Landry. That was for you boys. And I'm gonna tell you what. Well, Landry, you didn't ride the truck as much as Axe did, buddy. But you had as much fun coming up and down these stairs as anybody. But I tell you what, that old Axe, it took me, whew, a lot of time that day pulling him up and down on the truck to get him to learn how to jump up and down. But once he got it, you opened that door, you wasn't beating him down them stairs. And when we got back, you wasn't beating him back up either. And everybody knew when he got here in the mornings, because his tail would be beating on the side of the wall. He didn't think he could open the door. He didn't know it was just push in. He had to figure that out on his own. But when he was a puppy, he come up them stairs, standing at the door, his tail would be beating against the wall. Everybody knew Axe was here. But this was originally the day room when we moved in here. And then Randy Crocker, one of the finest engineers I ever had drive for me. My brother, I love him very much. And my boy Skank, Tracy Steen, they shared this room together. A lot of memories, fellas. I'm gonna tell you what. Another one of the great big huge maps. God, please, fellas, y'all take all of this stuff here down. Roll them up. Hell, if you bring them to me, I'll put them in my damn garage. Shit. I'll put them in the darn lockers that I got. I'll hold on to them. We'll pass them on to somebody else. We'll take these things down and put them up at the new station 5 or 10 years from now when that station is beat up a little bit. They don't mind you putting a hole in the wall here and there. But, yeah, man. And this is something else right here, too. This is recognition from Firehouse Magazine, a unit citation. Engine Company 2, Truck 2, Engine 7, Squad 2, and Service 3, Life Saving Award. Back in 2000. I believe it was 2028 Houston Street. Made a save. Pulled the lady out the house, worked her in the front yard, got her to the hospital, and she made it. She was alive today. But this is where we originally had the little table at where we would do roll call in the mornings, and ring down phone was here. But it was about this area right here. I was sitting in the chair one night, and old Brucey Bruce Rowland was sitting beside me, and you know, he had a thing about his thing down below and all, and he liked to play with it a little bit. And so I told him a couple of shifts before that, don't be doing that. And well, I had about a 3-foot broomstick, and well, you know, his hands was down his shorts again, and before he knew it, I cracked him across his thighs with that broomstick. And before he could pull his hands out, I cracked him again. Yes, sir, I tell you what, man. If these walls could talk. Woo-hoo-wee! Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. No doubt about it. No doubt about it, boys and girls. This is definitely home sweet home to me. Home sweet home. But, you know, things change, though, fellas. Things change. They got a fine new firehouse down there. Fine new firehouse. It's going to serve the puppet for a long time, a lot of years. Yep, that's lead paint right there, boys and girls. Yep, that was what was all over up here. Yep, lead paint. It's all over the place. Asbestos. Shit, they didn't give a shit about us. Yep. Lead on the door right there. You don't give a shit about the damn firemen. Hell with them. Oh All asbestos laden pipes. Oh heck, we were down here 4 years before they finally come in and tested all that stuff. This was the air pack room here. We actually made the front part of it a locker room when we first moved down here for a long time before we got the front bay. Once we got the big bay out front though, Chief Hughie and all, moved all the air packs, spare air packs and all in here, and this is where he did the testing. And this was the secret squirrel spot right here. This was a good place to come and get away from everybody. Good little bathroom for a long time. Yep, a lot of memories there, boys and girls. A lot of memories. I'm gonna miss this place, no doubt about it. But like I said, things change. Future keeps on rolling. You got to keep on rolling with it, and we will too. So that's the final tour of Two House Rentals Rats. I'm going to be signing off tonight. But we're not going anywhere. We'll still be around. Like I said, we may doze, but we never close. First in, last out. Separating the contenders from the pretenders. Don't hate us because you can't be us. Two House Rentals Rats, baby. We gone. Love you.